Welcome to the Milk Market Tidbit for the February Dairy Products Report that USDA released actually Friday afternoon. This is Dr. Lawrence Jones, and I'm recording this Saturday the 5th. Now, as I commented in the last episode, I said I was going to kind of change Milk Market Tidbits to just be kind of what is, and then the context and the why is going to be in the Sunday podcast that I put out to paid subscribers. So the Dairy Products Report is our third report that kind of ties everything together. And so here are all the numbers for February. Now going into this, remember that they did revise cow numbers up. We revised cold storage down. So I'm not surprised that we revised cheese production up a little bit. Now butter didn't change very much. Production came in, basically spot on as to where we had it. And StoneX was also very similar. The butter production was probably a bit higher than what I thought it would be and right on par with StoneX. Just interesting that milk production was up month over month at about 2.4%, but cheese was up about 1.1 and butter up about 2.9. So it looks like cheese production has been more or less flat for 3 years. Now, cheese production has been on this tremendous upward trend, so to me, that's a little bit of a bullish sign. Now, the majority of cheese is American cheese. Same thing, we've been on this tremendous upward trend, but we're on a very much downward trend at this point. Now, we're up compared to a year ago, but remember, that was more or less of an outlier. And the majority of American cheese is actually cheddar. This is what drives the spot market. Same thing, we'd been up. Now we're coming down, maybe a little bit stronger than seasonally adjusted, but again, last year was a bit of an outlier. So if those are going down and cheese is flat, something has to be going up, and so that's the Italian type cheeses. It's kind of split here, but really that's all the same trend. We've just been going straight up in Italian type cheeses on a production per day. Whey production has been coming down. It was lower than we thought it would on the seasonal adjusted level. A lot of noise in this data. So I'm not 100% sure what this actually means, but it does look like whey production is declining. And again, it has been on a little bit of a downward trend, but now on a more significant downward trend. Butter production had been on this kind of upward trend, and we thought it kind of had split, but in fact, I would argue that that's one linear regression. Came in just a little bit higher than that trend, and a little bit higher than we thought it would. Ice cream, we're about half of our production in February, and again, had been declining a little bit. We had this bump up here in 2023, but we're pretty close to that trend here again. So again, just kind of a downward trend on ice cream. Back here in about 2022, I kind of declared yogurt to be dead. I just said the millennials don't like it. There's too much sugar, but it has a new life here, and so now it is very much going up. So this downward trend, we're off of that by quite a bit, and I think it's the protein that is driving it, and so we've got some low sugar yogurts with high protein, so that it fits the bill for the millennials. And of course, the one that has gone crazy, started all off by TikTok, is cottage cheese. I believe that's probably a record production of cottage cheese here in February. All right, that's what the Dairy Products Report kind of reported, and I'll put it into a bit of context in the Sunday podcast. And our next Milk Market Tidbit will be for the statistical uniform prices that come out the 12th to the 14th.